November 2025 brought some huge surprises and exciting reveals for gamers. Here are the biggest game announcements you need to know about. Let's dive right in. Cinder City drops you into a neon-drenched metropolis where corruption fuels chaos. You play as a rogue mercenary caught in a war between syndicates and megacorps. Every mission forces you to choose between power and morality. With cinematic visuals and branching choices, this world burns with rebellion and style. Aion 2 expands its legendary universe with breathtaking aerial combat and vast open realms. You soar through ancient skies, mastering divine powers to battle gods and monsters. The landscapes shift between heavenly beauty and war-torn ruin. Every encounter feels alive, pushing fantasy MMOs to a new frontier. Resident Evil 9 Requiem looks set to push survival horror to new extremes. Players can expect a decaying world where terrifying bioweapons challenge the line between human and monster. The story appears to dig deep into the franchise's darkest secrets, with every shadow hiding threats that watch, wait, and evolve. It promises intense tension, fear, and the signature Resident Evil dread.
Welcome, and thank you for joining. I'm your host, Maggie Robertson. Today, we're giving you a briefing on all things Resident Evil, including a look back on its terrifying legacy, so you can be prepared to take on the series' latest installment, Resident Evil Requiem, releasing February 27th, 2026. I'm also thrilled to announce that pre-orders for Resident Evil Requiem begin today. Are you ready for the horrors ahead? To prepare you for Resident Evil Requiem, we've created a special recap. A look back at how we got here, the legendary characters, the unforgettable terrors, and the chilling details that may be important to remember as you continue to venture into the nightmare that awaits. So let's begin with the events leading up to the 1998 Raccoon City incident. Many years prior, a group of researchers discovered the progenitor virus in Africa. Among these researchers was Oswell E. Spencer, a man of immense wealth and influence. Together, they founded the Umbrella Corporation, which on the surface seemed like an ordinary pharmaceutical company. But Umbrella's true purpose, driven by Spencer's ambition to reshape humanity, was to advance virus research and bioweapons development. Many years later, one of Spencer's collaborators, James Marcus, would successfully develop the T-virus. However, in 1998, the virus leaked from a research facility in Raccoon City, located in the American Midwest. The virus spread throughout the city, triggering an unprecedented pandemic and mutating its residents into flesh-eating zombies. Only the bravest souls were fearless enough to fight the infected and the monstrous bioweapons born from the T-virus. Rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy. College student Claire Redfield. STARS agent Jill Valentine, and a handful of others were able to prevail and eventually flee the city. Fearing further spread, the US government launched a sterilization operation, destroying Raccoon City. The Umbrella Corporation eventually went bankrupt due to the mounting evidence brought to light. However, its legacy lives on. And as for the survivors, their story was just beginning. Some, like Raccoon City journalist Alyssa Ashcroft, sought to expose Umbrella's darkest secrets. Some hunted the bioterrorists who weaponized Umbrella's research. Others set out to unveil the real truth behind the government's sterilization operation. The aftershocks of the Raccoon City incident would be felt for decades to come, and coincide with other increasingly frequent bioweapon-related outbreaks. Caught up in one such bioweapon-related tragedy was an ordinary man by the name of Ethan Winters. Ethan was searching for his missing wife, Mia. Following an anonymous email, he finds himself in the bowels of the bayou at the Baker estate, where he's greeted by a deranged family infected by a horrifying ailment. Ethan fought to escape their madness and rescue his wife. 3 years later, Ethan would face a new nightmare. This time, his baby daughter Rose is taken away by Chris Redfield, the legendary hero who survived countless bioterror incidents. Ethan's quest to rescue his daughter led him to a mysterious, treacherous village ruled by Mother Miranda and the Four Lords. Like the Baker family, the village residents were turned into nightmarish creatures. And those four powerful lords, well, one of them was more powerful and stunning than the others. What a goddess. Oh, my apologies. Now, where was I? Mother Miranda, who shares a deep connection with Umbrella founder Oswell E. Spencer, played a key role behind the village incident. Separately, it was revealed that an insidious force known simply as the Connections was operating from the shadows and also played a key role in the incident. To this day, little is known about the Connections. Resident Evil Requiem will be available for PlayStation 5 on February 27th, 2026. The series' newest, most chilling installment, where you'll play FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft as she confronts her haunted past and uncovers the truth behind the Raccoon City incident. Prepare yourself for a new chapter of Resident Evil and a story that pushes the series forward, using gameplay that has evolved in terrifying new ways. You'll be able to choose between 2 editions, Standard and Deluxe. The Deluxe Edition includes the same base game as the Standard Edition, plus an exclusive pack of costumes and weapon skins. And for pre-orders, players will also get the exclusive Grace's Costume Apocalypse. But for those of you that simply cannot wait to jump back into the world of Resident Evil, you're in luck. We've severed the price on multiple Resident Evil titles to make your Halloween more heart-pounding, hair-raising, and bone-chilling than ever. As you may know, Resident Evil is celebrating 30 years of terror, with many more nightmares soon to come. While our time today has come to an end, we hope to see you again very soon during the Resident Evil Showcase early next year, where we'll descend even deeper into all things Resident Evil Requiem. Thank you all for joining.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Grace. They're coming.
Grace, confront that fear.
Miss Ashcroft. Come in.
What is happening here?
There's no escaping your destiny.
Hey! Help! What did you hide behind that painting?
We have so much to do.
Halo Campaign Evolved reimagines the saga that defined a generation. You fight across massive open zones, blending vehicle warfare with deep exploration. The story dives into Master Chief's legacy while introducing new alien factions and mysteries. Every battle feels cinematic, marking a bold new era for Halo.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
Chief, you gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marine! Somebody go to a warthog.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Lock and roll! Rock and roll!
Give them hell, Chief.
The Florist seems poised to start as a serene tale of life, loss, and beauty, only to reveal a darker secret beneath the petals. Players will follow a florist who discovers mysterious blooms tied to human memories. As the story unfolds, reality begins to unravel, hinting at a past better left forgotten. It promises a blend of psychological horror and haunting tranquility. Loulan the Cursed Sand transports you to an ancient desert empire swallowed by time. You explore buried temples, decipher forgotten languages, and face spirits guarding their secrets. Your trip through the dunes uncovers a tragic legend. It's an epic mix of mystery, myth, and breathtaking ruins. Longevity Yin and Yang appears set to blend martial arts, magic, and philosophy into a captivating adventure. Players are expected to explore mystical landscapes inspired by ancient Eastern legends, striving to balance light and darkness within their own soul. Every duel looks to combine grace with lethal precision. The game promises a visual and spiritual journey focused on harmony, destiny, and rebirth.
争不过荒凉一梦。也罢，你我识君之路，分君之忧。长生的事儿还得用心去办，速去速回吧。
山里真能挖出来长生不老药吗？那管他呢，有倭人出了大价钱，咱们这买卖赔不了本儿。什么人？
看来上头的线索无误。不过此地已被贼匪占据，还需小心行事。
抢老子看上的宝贝！
壁上所绘之物，似是神仙斗法。可这世上，当真有神仙吗？这巨型石像，是何人所建？
无名横妖之世人，以肉身在此，修护持之药物。有些东西不是你该拿的。请雷生发，风随雷奔，急急！残去秽。
Darkwood 2 is shaping up to take players back into its twisted forests of paranoia and survival. You're expected to scavenge, build defenses, and face nights filled with unseen terrors. The world seems set to react to every choice, shifting between haunting nightmares and fragile moments of hope. It promises raw, psychological horror where fear itself is the greatest adversary.
Dad, what's so special about the Bermuda Triangle?
IRE A Prologue is a dark fantasy set in a world ruled by false gods and mechanical saints. You awaken with a weapon forged from divine corruption and must uncover the truth behind a dying sun. The combat is brutal yet poetic, every fight a test of faith. It's the haunting beginning of a larger myth.
Find it.
Kiddo, between you and me, no one ever finds what they're looking for in the triangle.
Everyone's gone.
Who's there? They were after something. The artifact. I don't want to remember. Don't make me. It was the artifact. It makes you crazy. It makes you do things you wouldn't do.
Whatever it is, I don't think it's gonna let us go.
Hello?
Aphelion promises a haunting sci-fi horror experience set aboard a derelict ship drifting near a dying star. With the crew missing and strange remnants of a failed experiment left behind, every corridor hides something unnatural. Expect a slow, chilling unraveling of isolation and madness as you uncover what truly went wrong in the depths of space.
Mission Control. The Hope 1 shuttle has crashed on Persephone. I lost contact with Dr. Montclair.
Hang on, Thomas. I got this.
Oh, shit.
I'm not alone.
What the hell?
It's stalking me. Crap, no! Oh, no. No. Mission Control. Anybody copy? Holy shit. What are you?
Dreadmoor invites players into a haunting valley, steeped in mist, myth, and decay. Beneath its haunting beauty lies a web of dark secrets waiting to be unearthed. Expect an atmospheric blend of open-world exploration and gothic storytelling, where every ruin whispers of those who vanished and every shadow hides something that remembers. Arc Raiders thrust you into intense battles against alien machines, raining destruction from the sky. You and your squad scavenge weapons, craft gear, and survive wave after wave of metallic chaos. Every encounter feels cinematic and unpredictable. It's fast, explosive, and powered by pure cooperative mayhem.
So you learn to listen, to move quiet, think fast. Ready to change your mind. Up there, the roads are twisted. The rules are gone. But if you were brave enough to wander and seek, who knows what you might find.
cough, don't sneeze.
NBA The Run brings the intensity of street basketball to a whole new level. From cracked asphalt courts to blinding arena lights, every match tells a story of grit, pride, and ambition. Players can expect a fast, cinematic rise from the underground to the pro stage, where every move, rivalry, and win builds your legacy through pure skill and relentless hustle.
We got next. I've witnessed the future, and I've seen change, drastic change, and that change is here. Ooh, we just getting started, y'all.
Adorable Adventures is a cozy life sim bursting with heart and color. You build, farm, and explore with friends while helping the world around you flourish. Every character and creature adds warmth and humor to your journey. It's pure joy designed for those seeking peace and creativity. Pine Creek blends small-town charm with creeping dread. You play as a newcomer investigating strange disappearances in a quiet mountain village. The people hide more than they reveal, and reality begins to warp around you. It's a slow-burn mystery full of tension, secrets, and surreal moments. Screamer promises a terrifying test of silence and survival. Set in a research facility consumed by sound-hungry abominations, every footstep and breath could be your last. Players can expect heart-pounding stealth, tense exploration, and moments where one wrong move means instant death. It's horror at its most primal, where silence decides who lives and who screams.
Is the main one, and can be gained by doing different actions throughout the race. For example, you can gain it by staying in the slipstream of an opponent, or you can gain it passively throughout the race. There are also characters that have abilities that tweak or add new ways to interact with Sync. But the most important action that the player can do to gain Sync is performing an active shift.
Active shift is a simple but very effective mechanic. Because when the RPM of the engine is reaching a critical threshold, you can tap a button and engage the upshift. Doing so has a connection with the story and the overall idea because you are in groove with the race and with your car, so you get the most out of it, getting a slight push from the engine, but also critically a gain in the sync. So active shifting needs a little concentration but gets you a great reward in building up the sync throughout the race.
The main action that you can perform when you have enough sync is the boost. The boost is a very traditional action in any arcade racer, but in Screamer we tried to put our own twist on it. Basically, boost is performed by releasing the button at a certain time. But if you release it at the perfect time, you can get what we call a perfect boost. And the perfect boost gives you an additional force for the car, which goes faster and also lasts a little bit longer. So boost is very important throughout the entire race. But boost is not the only thing that you can do when you have enough sync.
Shielding is the other way to use the sync resource, because a Screamer blends the racing part and the fighting part seamlessly. So to try to win the races and prevail is key to be able to protect yourself from the other attacks. So when you see the on-screen alert, you can decide to use sync to activate the shield, protect yourself for a brief amount of time, and be basically invulnerable. But all the actions you do, both boosting and shielding, will use sync and at the same time build up the other key resource, that is the entropy.
When you perform actions that use sync, you gain entropy. And entropy is the energy that fuels the fighting part of the system. The first action that you can perform is called Strike, and Strike gives you a short but very powerful burst of speed. If you hit another vehicle when you use a Strike, you make it explode and perform what we call a KO, which is very powerful. It gains you energy and also a position. But another thing that you can do if you decide to keep the entropy instead of spending it for a strike is use the ultimate ability, the overdrive.
The overdrive is the ultimate weapon in Screamer, so you can decide to save the full entropy bar and use it completely to enter the overdrive state. There, you'll be much faster, you'll have the shield engaged for a brief amount of time, and whenever you touch an opponent, you'll KO them immediately. But be careful, when the shield fades out, you'll be still very fast, but you'll be vulnerable, and if you touch the walls, you'll explode. It's a very powerful tool to be used very carefully and very skillfully. We've been talking a lot about fighting and KOs, but don't be afraid. When you get KO'd, you don't restart from still, but you restart in motion thanks to the ecosystem. So you'll be able to rejoin the competition and stay into the groove and fight for the lead.
So, when you take into consideration all these gameplay mechanics, you can easily imagine that each race in Screamer can be very unique. And on top of that, you have to consider for the differences in character abilities and also the differences in vehicle handling. So I think we can fairly say that there's quite the evolution in each race.
Yes, and races evolve throughout the laps because at the very beginning you have no sink and no entropy, but then you'll start to build the sink and use it. But how to use it? To be faster and to protect yourself with the shield. And then you'll build entropy, but choices again. Should you use it for strike or save it for overdrive? So there's a lot of different strategies you can use to really be prevailing into the races. And there's a lot of evolution from the beginning to the end.
And now we are thinking about the single player part of the game, so racing against the AI. But we can assure you that the experience of the game gets turned up to 11 when you go online and race with your friend in a team.
Selini teases an emotional and artistic experience built around light, loss, and rebirth. Players can expect to traverse a desolate world where every flicker of illumination reveals fragments of a civilization lost to time. Its shifting visuals, from stark emptiness to radiant color, hint at a journey that speaks without words, a meditative adventure about restoring beauty in a world on the brink of fading away. Static Dread, the Submarine, promises a chilling descent into the abyss, where isolation and silence become your greatest enemies. Set in the crushing depths of an abandoned vessel, players can anticipate a slow, suffocating horror built on atmosphere and dread. Every creak of metal and flicker of light hints at something alive in the dark, a presence that watches, waits, and never lets you breathe easy.
Whatever Northcrest is planning, this is part of it. The old prophecies spoke of golden bones.
Thief VR Legacy of Shadow is shaping up to be the next evolution in stealth gameplay, built entirely around the tension of true immersion. Every movement, every whisper, every glint of light could expose you. Players can expect to slip through guarded halls, feel the weight of stolen treasures, and disappear into the dark using their own precision and instincts.
Nothing like a bit of vertical trespassing.
Curfew's quiet.
Careful.
Trouble's brewing.
I'm quiet.
Routine keeps you breathing.
That window. Light's still on.
I know academics can be disorganized, but...
Down and out. One more for the pile. Sleep tight. Safer in the shadows. Oh, yes! It's up here. I can sense it. The mask.
That's no ordinary relic. It holds the essence of the first keeper.
Routine is building tension around every shadowed corridor of its abandoned lunar base. The quiet hum of machines and the emptiness of space create a haunting sense of isolation. Players can expect to rely on flickering lights, distant echoes, and pure instinct to stay alive as the line between man and machine decays. It promises a cold, retro-futuristic nightmare where fear thrives in silence. Blight Survival is shaping up to be a grim and visceral descent into a plague-ridden medieval war zone. Every battle feels personal. With grounded, tactical combat that punishes hesitation, you scavenge, fight, and endure amid the ruins of civilization, where infection and brutality blur together. It's a haunting mix of survival horror and medieval warfare that looks both beautiful and merciless. Zeverland is shaping up to offer an expansive realm filled with myth, magic, and hidden dangers. You explore radiant cities and shadowed wastelands, shaping your story through choices and alliances. Every region holds ancient secrets and formidable foes. It promises a rich, immersive fantasy adventure designed for endless exploration and discovery.
The wind carries the scent of ash and corpses, like the last breaths of a dying world. The sun still shines. But for how much longer? Hey, Wilmorians of the future. It's your boy 01 here. I used to be a coder. Now I'm a farmer, canned food enthusiast, part-time surgeon, and a full-time Zed Slayer. Let me show you a day in the life of a survivor. I started the morning off by bagging a deer. The meat's good eating, the pelts can mend my coat, and I can even make its bones into a knife. Waste not, one not. Then I cut a whopper down by the lake. Mike threw in the potatoes and peppers he grew. Who knew you could feast like this in the apocalypse? This world's taught me one thing. Those who waste end up getting wasted. We built watchtowers out of scrap, booby-trapped the road with fuel barrels, and lined the walls with spikes. Good thing, too, because last night we had a swarm come for the North Tower. After one well-placed firebomb, you could smell charred Zed for miles. Some of them tried to climb up, but got hooked on the spikes. You ever hear a Zed scream? I have. A lot. Once we ran out of ammo, it was time to break out the weird stuff. Then the rain started to fall. That really got the Zeds riled up. Fortunately, we still had a few shocking tricks up our sleeves. By the way, the Doomsday Fleet just got a whole new look. We put a comfy chair and TV in the box truck, and threw some solar panels on top. Now, nothing will keep me from watching my stories. The fire engine got a new grill guard, mostly because we needed somewhere to dry our clothes. As for the taxi, we just hooked up a speaker system. It's great for parties. On our last outing, we only managed to clear out half the big box store. It was like Black Friday with all the Zeds in there. And we were cheap TVs. We still walked away with a huge haul. Most of us, at least. Do you think the Zeds still recognize old friends? But that's a question for another day. For now, the Doomsday Fleet rides again. I got too many Zeds on me. Help me distract them.
Roger that. I'm firing up the speakers. Rockstar coming through. Make way.
Nice driving. Can I get your autograph? Looky here. We got some fireworks.
Let's put on a show!
Hold on, I'm headed your way. Whoa, did you see your head just now?
Don't just leave it there. You can use that.
There's too many of them. We need to ride out of here.
Coming through! Guys, we got a really bad customer on our six!
Those fireworks!
Strap in, because I'm about to rock your world.
29 days since I became a Zed. You might think Zeds don't need to eat, but let me tell ya, the hunger's like nothing you've ever felt before. I thought I was done for. A bunch of humans took my arm off. Really ruined my day. But then I found a new arm, bigger and better. I pressed it into my shoulder hole. A perfect fit. I've become an apex predator. Other Zeds are just meat. Another new arm, new legs, a new head. I'm nearly complete. The animals of the forest, more meat. Feel so powerful, completely unstoppable. But how long can I live like this? I ran into an old friend yesterday, fresh meat. I tried to say hello, but he shot a firework at my face. So rude. But the colors were so pretty. It was like a music festival just for me. You look at me and see a monster. But
for all we know, maybe they never left. Maybe they're still around.
In a fractured post-apocalyptic future, outcasts rule the chaos. You'll command a misfit crew through missions fueled by dark humor, high-tech mayhem, and unpredictable destruction. Every encounter fuses action and comedy with a chaotic edge, making survival a stylish, electrifying experience.
He would never have gone like that. It makes no sense.
The other students call them the Dropouts. It's a bit heartless if you ask me. It's not like they had a choice.
The most disturbing case I witnessed? Lou Revere, for sure.